Good morning, everyone. Make sure that that is in a good place for us today. I think so. It's kind of dark on this side. Get set up. Parker's in the house today. Are you gonna stay and hang out with us, buddy? Okay. Let me move your blanket. Here's your blanket. So that you can be cute for everybody. No, it's not playtime, it's yoga time. I know you're asking like a good boy. I know. You have to get on your mat. I gotta put the sign on this door so nobody will come in. Good morning, good morning. I normally have all this done, and I got up in plenty of time, and I have no excuses for not having had this done, except I got sidetracked by absolutely everything this morning. Most of which was this four-legged dog. There we go. Oh my goodness. Good morning, good morning. No, sir. Oh. What? You saying hi to everybody? We could be sideways and not even know it. I haven't even checked in with everybody. I really enjoyed everybody yesterday. I had a really good practice and we winged it and our bodies turned out okay, and I broke out some old poses with the Frankenstein and lifting up and then leg lifts. So I hope that your body's feeling good. That might have been a little challenging for the abs in the back. There is a fly that came in when I opened that back door. And it's flying around and he's trying to catch it. It's hilarious. It's over here, buddy. It flew over there. Yep, there it is. Did you get it? Oh my goodness. I'm trying to find you guys this morning. But the computer's slow, I'm slow, everything's slow. I literally got sidetracked by everything you could possibly think of yesterday and this morning. I had my breakfast, my morning meditation, just started my coffee. Let's see. There's 4 of you. Yay! All right. Good morning, and I am correct way. Good morning, Mimi and Alicia. Let's see. Petra. She loves the winging it sessions. Good job. Good morning, Barbara. And Parker is here. I think he caught the fly. Happy Saturday. So, Alicia, funny thing. When we finished up practice yesterday, I got everything done. I put everything on YouTube. I'm like, okay, I gotta hurry so I can get to Parto to pick up the weekender. And I had to already send Sandy a text message so I wouldn't forget. And she goes, honey, you're supposed to pick those up tomorrow. I was like, dope. I was almost all the way to Parto. So yes, we're gonna go pick those up as soon as this is over. Yes, he is in here tapping around. There's a fly that came in when I opened the door to put a sign on the outside of the door for nobody to knock at that door. And he's running around the room trying to catch it. And he will eventually, if you give him enough time. He will eventually carry it. I think he catches it because he just wears the fly out. So he can finally catch it. Good morning, Frank. All right, and Alicia, you need to make sure you check your mailbox today. Good morning, Debbie. All of these beautiful people make me so happy. Valerie's in the house. Good morning, Valerie. How is your backside today? Because Petra, you had a little backside issue yesterday too. I hope both of you feel better. Oh my goodness. You can see what a gigantic mess my desk is. Waiting for everybody to get in. Good morning, Mom. I have a legitimate reason for my desk to be a mess. I was cleaning and restoring pens. And Taylor has this beautiful pen. It's a Noodler's Ahab. Well, he threw it in a drawer or whatever, and all the ink dried in it, and it dried in all in the feed and the nib, and it's taken me 2 days to restore that pen, and that's why it's all over my desk. Thank you. I got those flowers last weekend I had teacher training. It was our first time back in 8 weeks. And she brought them for me because I love to have fresh flowers in the house. So I have some on my desk here and then some on my dining room table. It just kind of always makes the house feel a little more cheerful. And I love that. Good morning, April. All right, so it's 9:05. We're checking in. I got a couple of things yesterday where people told me things that they like that I might not have known about them. So Julie told me she likes to take care of orchids and that Mimi likes to take care of orchids. And I've been taking very good care of the one I got from Mimi for Christmas. Some people checked in and some people didn't. Mimi said, "Hi, Parker." He's trying to catch that fly. Yay! You know, Petra, you did say that, but it was in a comment with somebody else and it went by quickly. You used to draft with your calligraphy pens. That's awesome. We're about to get started, but I really want to show you this pen. It's really gorgeous. I'm gonna dry it off here. That's what this red cup is. There was ink that was stuck in the cap. And I was trying to get that last little bit of ink out. But it's really, really beautiful. I'll see if you guys can see it. All right, so if I'm here, I'm going to walk up to the camera so that you can see what a really pretty pen this is. Isn't it gorgeous? Told him he needed to be spanked for letting all that ink dry in there. It's lovely. So I took care of it, cleaned it all up for him. Because that's what moms do. All right, let's get this party started. All right. Your neck's a little stiff. Was a little stiff yesterday, but it's better today. Tender down the back. Okay. My back is slowly getting better. I am going to do the best I can with the body I brought today. Good for you. I'm proud of you for that. All right. Let's get this yoga party started. My arm is doing better. Thank you for asking, Frank. It is a whole lot better. That's why I have long sleeves on. Today is day 4, and now it's just this one mark, and it was a 3rd-degree burn. But the bruise went away because of the things I've been putting on it. So I've been put aloe for the first 2 days and lavender, and then I've been putting alternating lavender oil, arnica oil, and vitamin E oil, and it's just really clearing up. But today, or last night and today, is the first day that it actually hurt. The first couple of days, believe it or not, it didn't hurt, but now my arm it aches as it's healing. But thank you for asking. All right, here we go. Let's get settled. We settle in, we feel the sits bones pressing down. We're going to lift the pelvic floor, pull the navel in, lengthen through the crown of the head. And right ear, right shoulder. Nice full breath. Left ear, left shoulder. And back to the center. We set that intention. Maybe with the physical body, maybe it's with the energetic body. Maybe it's something that we want to achieve or do today. And we open those eyes, lace the fingers together, pressing out, lifting up. Nice tall spine, opening through the heart. And then from here, we're going to turn to the right, tall spine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let that left shoulder drop down, right hand comes up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slowly we come back up. And back to the center. Hands come out and up. And turn to the left tall spine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right shoulder comes down, left hand comes up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slowly come back up. Back to the center and forward. Nice big stretch, lengthening through the crown of the head, lifting pelvic floor, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slowly we come back up. Check in with that neck again. Maybe it's a side to side. Maybe it's a twisting. We feel both sits bones. And after that first round of movement, you can kind of tell how your body's going to react and be like, oh, no, that's a little tight, or not, right? So from there, we're going to change the cross of those legs. Checking in. Tall spine. And from here, we're going to let that right arm come down. Left arm lengthens. Nice big stretch. Maybe you're up here like this. Maybe your elbow's on a block. Try not to let your left hip come off the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I really like the movement we did yesterday. So we're going to incorporate that again, where we added in a neck and shoulder pull. So we're going to come through and thread through first. So we feel the rib cage opening up. All that tissue is lengthening out. We're opening through the rib cage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to release and lengthen. Now, from here, we're going to let this left arm come up and behind the body. Right hand grabs that left wrist, pulling down at an angle. Let left ear drift over towards left shoulder. Nice. Now we want to change the cross of the arms again, which means we're going to have to change the cross of the legs, but it'll work out. we're going to let the head come up. But because the left arm has been behind us, we're going to let the left arm come over, right arm come under. If you can, you can just leave your legs like this, or if you want to, you can do your legs like this. Doesn't matter. If you needed to change your sit position because you were uncomfortable, you could completely stay where you were. Because we're really just focusing on that upper body right now. The hip stuff is a bonus at this point. We're going to lean forward. We're going to feel that rotation in that shoulder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slowly come on up. And gently release. We're going to work out that shoulder. Your body's like, wait, what just happened? That's not the pattern we normally do. Isn't that wonderful? You can just shake that up. Your body has to back up and punt, learn something new. Left arm down, right arm reaches. Nice big stretch. There, nice. Now we push that right hip down towards the floor. We're lengthening through that arm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to let that right hand come up. We're going to bend at the elbow, twist it through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Unwind and lengthen. Now remember, we're going to do the arm pull. So this arm that's up is going to travel all the way behind. So we come up, arm comes behind, grab that wrist with the left hand and pull down at an angle. Right ear, right shoulder, nice big stretch through the side of the neck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to release that out, and we want the arm now to come back up. So now the arm comes up and over. Left arm comes behind. Now, if you want to keep doing steer pose, if you did it on the other side, that left leg now, no, is that left? No, that's my right arm. Your right arm is on, your right leg is on the top. That's if you feel like you can. Leaning forward, working upper body. Those shoulders and arms may be, oh my goodness gracious, what's happening here? 2, 3, 4. Are you breathing? 5. Slowly we come back up. Gently release it out. And then you're going to shake out that arm. Get some nice rotation in there. Backs of the wrists. Let's get them to stretch. Nice. Put those wrists together. We're going to do some figure eights. Get that warmed up. And change the direction here. That's always the hard part, is changing the direction, you know? And bring those hands back out. Now, you might have to adjust from sitting in a steer pose, if you're sitting in a steer pose. Good morning, Haley. So from here, we're going to extend those arms out. Nice straight arms. We're pushing those walls away. And we're going to bring those pinkies down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let that finger come up. Middle finger comes down. 1. I guess that's your ring finger. 2, 3, 4, 5. And let that ring finger come up. Middle finger comes down. I was processing the thought of taking P-A-R-K-E-R. He's getting pretty good speller. With me to Bartow to pick up the Mother Day special that I ordered at Unfiltered. but he will eat my cupcakes. And the middle finger comes up, index finger comes down, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that finger comes up. We're going to let the thumbs come up. 1, 2, 3, we're smiling and we're happy. 4, 5, now let's put that thumb in the palm. We're going to wrap the fingers around, and we're going to pull those pinky fingers down towards the mat, really stretching the wrists. Your arms feel uber heavy. 1, you're breathing, you're sitting up straight, you're smiling. 2, it's Saturday. 3, 4, 5. We're going to let those arms relax down. We're going to put them behind us, roll the shoulders back. We'll go for a ride. We'll go for a ride when I'm done, okay? But I gotta finish. We'll go for a ride in the car. So go get in your bed and wait for me, okay? Go get in your bed. Not now. We'll go when I'm done. I'm gonna lift those arms up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to let those hands come back down. We're going to put the backs of the hands together. Nice big rotation here. Feels so good. Oh, and a release. Now from here, we're going to put those hands on our knees. We're going to let the belly come forward and back. We're doing cat and cow, but we're doing it seated. We're going to let the belly come forward and back. And forward and back. Forward and back. One more time. Forward and back. So now we're going to try to rotate that, big circles. So we're basically working from the head all the way down to the feet. Nice big circles here. Now, the next time you make it to the front, good morning, Randy. Good morning, Robin. Yes, you gotta love the dog. And we're gonna change directions. So with this practice, and again, you really can't go wrong with the practice because you practiced. That's the most important thing. If your practice means that you got up, you got dressed, you sat down, you did some breath work, maybe one down dog and got up and walked away, hoorah. You did amazing because you got up, you showed up for your life, you showed up on your mat. You did something. And coming back up. But with today's practice, the theme of the practice is head to toe. Literally, it's head to toe. So we started out at the head, we worked through the neck, we worked through the shoulders, now we're getting into the chest with all that arm movement. Now we're getting into the side body. And literally, we're just working our way all the way down, and it just is invigorating and energizing and just brings happiness to every single cell when we focus this way. So we're going to put the hands on the shoulders. The fingers are forward, thumbs are back. We're going to just rotate. Now this is a Kundalini practice to get that Shakti energy to try to rise. And you're supposed to inhale one direction, exhale, inhale, exhale. So it would be inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And that is a really awesome practice, but if you're not used to it, you can get kind of lightheaded until you get kind of the hang of your breath. So when you're doing this posture with me, I want you just to breathe however's comfortable for you, but just don't hold your breath. So maybe it's every 2 breaths. So maybe it's an inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. Maybe you need more duration because this is a little too fast for you. That's okay. You're practicing. We're here, we're smiling. And we're gently going to release. Put those hands down. Maybe that wasn't enough blood flow in your hands. You give it a break. You guys rock. And you put the bottoms of the feet together and lean in. Nice, big, long stretch through the crown of the head. 1, 2, 3. Maybe you can get a little lower. 4. Maybe a little lower. See what your body will do today. It's like a call and response kind of thing. You're like, hello. And it says, go away. And you're like, okay, I'll be right back. And you just find poses that are going to let you in. And we're going to come up. We're going to let those knees come up, cross the arms, roll the back. You guys are lucky. I had just enough coffee to make a 3/4 of a pot. So, when I leave here, I'm going to buy more coffee. And bring the knees up and stretch. I might have been grumpy, but my son says that my grumpy is everybody else's happy, so you might not have noticed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to bring those knees back together. Yay. We're going to reach down, grab that right foot, and we're going to extend that right leg up. Ooh, 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 ooh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this works the hamstring, and you feel like, well, wait, we kind of skipped over the hips. We're getting there because we're going to take this leg, we're going to bring it out to the side. We're going to sit up tall. We're going to start feeling all of that movement and that connection in the hip and the hamstring. So the hamstring connects way down here in the bottom of the pelvis, right there where you have glutes and your deep six, and there's so many muscles there. We're going to get to them. We're going to bring that leg back up, put that foot down. Left one comes up. Nice, long, straight leg. We feel that work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're going to bring that leg out to the side. See what you've got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to bring that leg back to the center. I'm going to put that foot down. Now from here, we're going to drop those knees over to the left. Oh, feels great. So maybe you can sit up a little bit, pushing that right hip down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to kind of tuck this foot in so that this is in and this is in. Kind of looks like, oh, those old kung fu throwing stars, right? It's kind of what we look like. So we're going to rotate to the left. So we've rotated to the left as far as we'll go. And we're going to see if maybe we can lay down towards the floor. Now your right glute, it's going to come off the floor. It's just going to happen. We're going to lay down a little bit. Feel that work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now you're going to try to creep over so that you can lay directly over the knee. 1. Now here you're going to feel that contraction right deep in that hip flexor, right through where the psoas comes through, and it might get a little grouchy, but we're only going to be here just a little bit. So breathe, breathe, breathe. 3, 4, 5. Slowly use your arms. Help, help, help. Come on up. And we're going to take the left foot and we're going to place it on the leg. Maybe you sit here and hold because we're trying to get that rotation in the hip. Maybe you bind. We've been doing this a lot lately. It's just fun. It's like Twister for your yoga mat. We're going to take that right hand, place it down. Maybe you're like, Michelle, no, I don't have any of those things. Well, then maybe you just put your hand behind you to stretch the wrist, but I'm going to put it over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And gently release. Ah, feels so good. We're going to bring those knees up. We're going to switch them to the other side. And then we're going to repeat. So we're just going to enjoy this part. We're going to feel that IT band, get a little stretch, working in here through this. We have the abductors, abductors here. And move into that hip flexor. And that's just the top of the quad coming up. And we have the psoas that kind of runs through in here. So a lot of stuff gets targeted by working through these movements. We're going to turn as far as we can to the right. We're going to see if we can come all the way down. And in the beginning, because you're not right over this knee, it's a little more comfortable because we have this lengthening on the side because it was just contracted because we were sitting up. So we get to lengthen it here. You're like, oh, wow, this isn't so bad. I don't know what she's talking about. And then I suggest that we move and lay right over that leg. And if you're having any impingement in the front of your hip, this can be uncomfortable. So on this side, it's not uncomfortable for me. It's uncomfortable on the other side for me because of the rotation of the hip. 2, 3, 4, 5. Slowly, we're going to come back up. We're going to grab that foot and hold it here. Maybe this is what you do. Maybe you hold this foot up so you get more rotation and put your left hand down like this and prop yourself up. That way you're still getting the wrist stretch. You're still getting the hip work. You just took the bind out of it, other than this bind, right? I'm going to try to do that full practice. I'm going to grab that foot. I'm going to take my left hand in place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gently release. Coming back to the center. Release that foot. Bring those knees up. Oh, straighten those legs. Bounce it out. You guys are amazing. Thank you for being here. This is not my ready face. No. Wiggling my legs doesn't mean I'm ready. You're ready. Your nails are still sharp though, buddy. I got lots more to go. Go lay down on go get in your bed. And we're going to lean forward. So that right leg is over. We lean forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slowly coming back up. Oh man, that feels good. We're going to put the foot next to the knee, and then from here we're going to rotate to the right. Tall spine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When we get back to the center, we're going to grab the foot and rock it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nicely done. We're going to put that foot on the inside of the thigh and slowly lean forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to come up. Right hand comes behind. Press down to come up. Lengthen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Booty comes right back down. We're going to take that foot, place it into the thigh, bring that knee up. Now, we can totally hang out right here. No big. If you want to, you can bring that knee down. Stretching through side body. You want more of a stretch? You can reach out so that you can stretch through the side body. Maybe that's not the kind of stretch that you want today. Maybe it's not here so much in the side body. You want more in the hip. You can practice leaning forward with this arm. You can practice binding if you choose. There's lots of opportunities to grow in this practice. 3, 4, 5. We're going to drop that out. Oh, release it. Nice work. Right? We're going to take this left leg, bring it over the right. Coming forward, lengthening. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Coming up, foot comes next to the knee, rotate to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, back to the center. We're going to grab that foot, rock it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to let that foot come to the inside of the thigh. We're going to fold at the hip, leaning forward. Oh my goodness, feels so good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to put that left hand behind us. We're going to reach back and lengthen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That booty comes right back down. Left foot comes into the thigh. We're going to lift that right knee up. Let that left leg come down. Nice stretch here through that side body. So again, you can reach over to the left, lengthening through the rib cage. You see that it's harder for me to reach this way, that I start doing this to reach instead of really getting into that side body, because that hip is tight, and that hip is so tight that it's shoring up that connective tissue. Maybe I'm wanting to work on the hip, and I look forward and bind. So there's lots of options. 3, 4, 5. And release it out. Whew. Nice, nice work here. Lengthening forward. And up. So we worked on some hips. We worked on some hamstrings. We're going to do some more calf work once we start to make it up. But while we're sitting here, there's some opportunity to work on ankle and foot. And so there's some poses in the Ashtanga series that come in the Janu Sirsasana series. So we already did Janu Sirsasana, and that's head to knee pose. And that was this pose, right? When we leaned forward, we pushed back on the hip, we opened the hip. But the next 2 poses that follow that deal with either sitting on the foot and or turning the foot under. And we're going to practice the turning the foot under portion. And that's just to work through the ankle, get really good rotation. So I want you to kind of pay attention to this part of your leg and this part of your arm. So these are the only 2 places in your body where your limb has 2 bones, right? So we have the tibia and the fibula here, and the radius and the ulna here. And those bones allow this portion to happen. So the arm is still, right? But I can do this type of rotation. It aids in rotation. Except because we use this part of our body more than this, we sometimes have limited rotation here. And sometimes when we misstep and we do a rotation, these little tibia and the fibula that attach in here to the knee, they sometimes can get out, and a chiropractor literally can just pop it and you'll get relieve knee pain. But a lot of people will live with knee pain thinking it's a torn meniscus or something like that. And it's really a bone out of place. So how can we help that? We can try to work on those muscles that work these bones. Because remember, bones hold weight, muscles move bones. So we're going to do this little rotation. So how this works is, I'm going to show you the posture. And I don't do it well, but I do it well enough. I'm going to reach through and I'm going to grab my foot. Already this looks complicated, but it's not. I'm just grabbing this foot because I want to be gentle. I want to try to pull my toes down towards my mat. So I'm going to take my hand out. Now, it was just to help me turn. Then, instead of just trying to force my foot up towards my groin, now that the foot's down, I'm just going to move my whole body. So I'm going to slide. That's the rotation. So you think, oh my gosh, that's going to kill your toe. It's a little uncomfortable, but I get some discomfort right here. So my teacher, she's so funny, she goes, yeah, that's going to be uncomfortable until it's not. Because it's just this kind of posture. So once you get here, you're going to try to lean forward with it. So at home, I want you to see what you can do. Maybe you're just holding the foot. Maybe that's all you've got today. It's just trying to manipulate it with your hand and just hold it still. And that's okay. We're going to lean forward. Nice rotation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And slowly come up. And a lot of times we will lift it because this is a really sticky mat, and sometimes your pinky toe will catch on it and it'll be uncomfortable. So you just take it out and you'll bounce it out. See how that works. Good morning, Tessa. Nice to see you. Glad you're here. So we're going to try that on the other side. So I'm always gentle on this side. I don't know if you guys will be able to see my toe. Can you see my toe? Watch this. You guys are all going to gross out at home. Let's see. Will I do it? Will I do it? There. See, I just dislocated it. It just kind of hangs there. I have to put it back. This probably wouldn't have been as bad, but my grandmother was trying to help me. One summer we went to the beach. It was in high school because my sister went with us. And the door on the bathroom opened in, and it caught my pinky toe and it pulled it straight up. She goes, "Oh, it'll be fine." And she reached out and grabbed it and yanked it. And I saw stars. And ever since then, it has never been right. So I have to be really careful when I turn my toes down or it dislocates like that. So we're going to bring it out. So if you see me pampering my foot, that's why. So I have my foot. I'm going to reach my left hand through and grab. Once I grab, I'm going to try to turn those toes down. Gently, I put my foot down. Now for me, I tuck that pinky toe in because I need to. And then slide forward. So we all have that funky toe. You know the one. And we're going to lean forward. Maybe you're just rocking your leg at home, laughing at me, and that's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and come up. So I'm really interested in the comments later. Write if you felt it in your foot, if you felt it in your knee, or if you felt it in your hip. That's really going to be an indicator of where your body has resistance. So you're going to gently release. Again, I grab that toe so it doesn't stick. Bring that leg in. Nice little bounce, right? So again, this practice is about head to toes. So we were working through those feet. Now we have some more work that we're going to do for calves and for our knees. But that's a particularly good one to get into the balls of the feet and through the ankles. So we're going to make our way now up to hands and knees. I guess I'm going to get over here like this because there's a dog sleeping. And then from here we're going to reach back. Child's pose. Stretch it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhaling up. Oh, nice work. We're going to let that belly come down. And up. And down. And up. Flatten that back. Now, we're going to bring that right leg out to the side. Again, we're trying to work hips. Now, we stretch the hamstring. We've stretched through the front of the hips just a little, not a lot. Head to toe, we're going to really stick to that. But I have our leg up here. We're going to try to bring that knee in towards the shoulder, getting some work. You feel the glute firing so that when you extend and lengthen, you really feel the change. You feel it move to the glute max. Now, from here, we're going to allow that right foot to come down. And we're going to push through the ball of the foot and extend through that calf and through the back of the ankle, through that Achilles, really elongating that tissue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to put that knee down. You felt it in your foot. Good. I'm glad you did. Thanks for that feedback, teacher. And that left leg comes out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now notice that it's going to go from the outside of the hip straight to the back of the buns, right? We feel that work. We pull in that navel, activating abdominals. Put the ball of the foot down, push through that heel. We push through the heel, we feel that tissue lengthen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to put that knee down and come into child's pose. Nice work, everybody. So we still want a chance to work on knees. We kind of glossed over them. Knees is a joint, so we really don't work on the knees. You have to work on the tissue above it and below it because there's nothing to work in the joint itself. So we're going to try to see if we can pull those hands in, slide those knees together, and see if we can just sit on our feet. Now, this is a wonderful pose that has good properties of stretching through the tops of the feet, because we stand on the bottom of our foot all the time, right? So we don't lengthen this tissue through the top of our feet always. I mean, dancers might, if they exercise the top of their feet often. But sitting like this, we're elongating that tissue there through the front of the shin, through the knee, and through the quad, right? A lot of people, this is uncomfortable. Their feet start to cramp. There's discomfort here in the backs of their knees just because this area is tight, and they just haven't had an opportunity to stretch it. Maybe there's been some corrective surgery. There might be some scar tissue. What can you do, right, to make this better? You can turn those toes. My foot doesn't turn that way. Well, it will eventually. You're going to put the bottoms, maybe those feet like this. So this is going to give you that same kind of feel that other pose did. This is going to help you with the foot, but not with the rotation from the ankle to the knee. So you can work here. That's a really nice stretch. Maybe that makes your knees feel better. If you have a block, which I have one over here, you can practice putting a block between your heels and your booty, and that's going to make you sit a little taller, so that's going to help your knees. Right? So this way is an effective way that we can work the feet and through those knees. And by knees, I mean lengthening the tissue on either side of it. Again, heads to toes today. And then from there, we're going to release that out. We're going to come right on over into squat. Again, another good way to work through feet, knees, and hips. So we're trying to work down through that bottom part of the body, because we started out right from the get-go working on that upper body, right? We did our cow face pose. We worked and threaded the arm through. We did the arm pull. 3, 4, 5. We're going to slowly lean forward, press down, come up. We lengthen through those legs. You're looking at the knees. You're going to shake your head no. You're going to shake your head yes. You're going to soft bend through those knees, slowly rolling all the way up. Walk it out. Ready to come to the front of the mat. Yay, us. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Fingertips flat back. One sun salutation, just to shake it out. Forward fold. We're going to step back, coming into plank. From plank, knees, chest, and chin. Keep those elbows in. Allow the belly to come down. Soften the feet. You should be really aware of your feet today. We're going to let that chest come up. Nice full breathing here. Opening through that chest. Slowly let that chest come back down. We're going to press to table. From table to down dog. We're going to bend and stretch here. Lengthening through the spine. Filling in lower back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to bend those knees and slowly come forward. Fingertips flat back. Forward fold. Inhale all the way up. Hands come back down. So we should feel pretty good. We got our body moving. So I want to continue to make you feel comfortable in your own body and help you get in touch with your feet, but we're still doing head to toe. So we're going to kind of do a mashup with the standing series so that you have to turn your feet. So we're going to bring those hands into the heart. We're going to step out to the right. Now once we step out to the right, we're going to turn right toes out. We're going to lift those arms up. Turn, come into warrior 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to turn, leaving those arms up with those feet. That's the work. Coming into warrior 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No pause in the middle. We're just rotating back to the other side. We're going to use some movements that we did yesterday and add them in here. We're going to let those elbows come out. Open the heart, looking up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring those hands up. Rotate to the other side. So basically we're starting the heads and toes all over again. We're coming back down from the head to the toes in a standing position, and then we'll bring it to Shavasana. We're going to open those elbows, open the heart. Where's your breath? Lift your chest, smile. 3, 4, 5. Hands come back up. We're going to rotate with those feet. Right knee is forward, right elbow comes down. Left elbow comes in, wind. Lifting up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to let those arms unwind, come straight up. Rotate. Left elbow comes forward. Right elbow comes in left elbow. We're going to wind, lift up. So this is getting into that chest and that thoracic back, the goalpost arms and this. You're looking up, so you're in the neck. Slowly, we're going to come back down. Unwind. Come to the center. This time we'll stop. Hands come behind. Rotate the shoulders in the opposite direction from that pose we just did. Forward fold. Open up those arms. Pressing down and out with your feet. Where's your breathing today? What was the intention you set at the beginning of the practice? Pushing down and out with the feet. We're going to let those hands slowly come back to the waistline. Bend the knees to slowly come back up. We have some torso to do before we get into the hips. So we're going to let those arms come out. Turn those toes to the right. We're going to come into warrior 2 just to get here. So the twist is going to be revolve side angle. No side angle, just the revolve portion. Left elbow comes around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to add here and move from side body to hip. We're going to let left hand come to the floor. We begin to straighten right leg. Right arm comes up. This is the revolved modified triangle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hand slowly comes down. Bend the knee. Slowly we come up. Back to center. Other side. We're going to turn those left toes out. We're going to come into a warrior 2 just to get us here. Revolve it around. Elbow comes down. Palms come together. Nice rotation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to let that right hand come down. Begin to straighten that left leg. Left arm comes up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Top arm comes down. Bend through that knee. Press down to come up back to the center. Oh my goodness, feels so good. We're going to bend those knees. We're going to put those elbows on the knees. Now granted, we're working head to toe, but as we come into this position and as we work through those knees, this really relieves your back and hip too. So it's like a bonus. We're going to let that left shoulder come in and look over the right. Switch, right shoulder comes in, look over the left. Back to the center, we're going to slowly roll it up. We have to kind of tighten the tuchus to come up, right? And we're going to turn and step to the front. Now we want to finish up that head to toes. Even though we've been working the feet the whole time, We're going to turn the top of the foot down and put some weight in it. So nice rotation through the tops of the feet. Now some of you might have screws or plates, or maybe you've had some foot surgeries that this is kind of difficult. Do what you can. Switch to the other foot. Nice big stretch. And gently release. Yay, us. Now from here, we're going to step wide. See if we can slowly lower down. And then from there, maybe onto our booties, hugging those knees. And then from there, we're going to roll back. Arms come out to the side, drop those knees over to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back to the center, over to the right. Nice work here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring those knees back up. We're going to put the bottoms of the feet back down, hands by the feet. Press through those feet, lift up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And slowly rolling down. Maybe a little windshield wiper here. Maybe we extend one leg and then the other down, resting comfortably. We release the feet. We should be very aware of those feet. The ankles, the shin and calf. We move through the knees and into the thighs. We soften the glutes and pelvic belly. We release the lower back and navel. Mid back and solar plexus. Shoulder blades and heart. We release the face. We soften that body out completely. Where's your breath? You're going to feel that shallow breathing because that's your automatic breath, but we're going to add to that. We're going to feel that nice slow inhale up, back body. Exhale down, front body. Inhale up, back body. Exhale down, front body. If you want to continue to lay here and just soak in the goodness of the practice and the stillness of body and mind, stay here. If you want to try to rise up with me, we're going to move those fingers and toes. Maybe stretch and yawn a little bit. Really big stretch. Yes, I'm getting up. I'm getting up. I'm going to bring one knee and then the other to the chest. I'm going to roll to your side in my case. I'm rolling to the left because I have a dog on the right. And then slowly we start to come up. Coming into a comfortable seated position. Lay down, buddy. Lay down. Let's finish. Let's finish with everybody, okay? Thank you. Down. No, down. Boy, stay. Stay. Shh. Stay. We let the head turn to the right. We let the head turn to the left. We bring that head back to the center. We find our breath. We feel ourselves reoriented from laying down and doing the practice back to the space. And we feel better and expanded and increased by practicing and being with one another. And we're going to bring our hands to our heart. We're going to remind ourselves of all the amazing things we have in our life to be thankful for. There's so much. So much. I'm going to send out love and kindness and compassion to those who need it. And some days I'm the one that needs it the most. So I take it. I let myself have the love and compassion. And that's not selfish. Take care of you so you can take care of others. We're going to end the practice with an Om if you're comfortable. Inhaling. Bowing forward, namaste. Peace be with you. Go safely, and thank you for practicing. I guess I'm going to play now. Is that what I'm going to do? I'm going to go play. Can you tell everybody bye? Touch? Oh, okay, touch. Now, look at them. Can you tell them bye? Bye. You're not impressed. All right. We're going to go. From my house to yours, thank you big. I love you big. Thank you for practicing with me every day. I think this was day 47 days in a row we've been together, which is amazing. I will post what we did today, which is head to toe. And in that post and in the description box, it'll show you how to donate if you want to donate. Please instant message me if you have questions or there's a body part you'd like to work on, or maybe you did a posture today and it felt weird or you couldn't get into it. What's a modification? I'm happy to answer those with my watch and my phone in my pocket. I'm pretty much accessible 24/7. So just reach out to me if you need to. Love you bunches. Mwah.